The one thing about this whistleblower is he's persistent.
Days after an anonymous whistleblower claims that he was asked to inflate ECOT's enrollment numbers, another allegation. Now he says he was offered money in exchange for his silence. ABC6's Ben Garbrick to explain why something common in business is now causing an uproar with Ohio's largest online charter school.
It was once Ohio's largest online charter school. Now, months after it closed in the middle of the school year, more accusations are coming from a former ECOT employee.
This guy wants to fix the system.
Several progressive policy groups have been talking with an anonymous former employee of ECOT. He's told them he was told to inflate the school's attendance numbers to get more state funding. Now he says he was offered severance pay from ECOT in exchange for signing a non-disclosure agreement.
I've had my share of ECOT folks call me saying there's stuff going on, and then they realize they can't talk because of non-disclosures.
Critics of ECOT say non-disclosure agreements aren't unusual with private companies, but they're almost unheard of with public entities.
ECOT has the worst four-year graduation rate in America. ECOT's given almost $3 million in campaign contributions, and ECOT uses public money to try to quiet its critics.
Now they're filing a public records request to see how much money may have been involved.
We're looking at a massive amount of taxpayer dollars that have been sent to an entity to educate kids that probably weren't ever there.
The progressive groups who held the press conference say this all underscores a need for better oversight of charter schools from the state. The former sponsor for ECOT sent me an email saying they didn't offer any severance packages and weren't aware of any either.
Well, what about any more fallout? What do you know about that, Ben?
Well, the auditor is in the middle of an audit right now. That was originally supposed to be done this week. They're not sure when that will be done now. There are now Democratic lawmakers who are also calling for a criminal investigation after this whistleblower came out saying he was told to intentionally inflate enrollment numbers.
All right, Ben, thank you. And if you remember back in January, ECOT shut its doors after its semester, forcing approximately 12,000 students to find another school. And the story didn't end there. In February, ECOT's lawyers argued its case in front of the Ohio Supreme Court, the school fighting to avoid having to pay back the $80 million the state says it owes for inflating those attendance numbers. There's been no ruling from the state Supreme Court on that yet. But ECOT is hopeful if the justices rule in its favor, it could reopen next school.